So this what I don't understand. How does a non-Pacoima guy knows what a guy from Pacoima does in Pacoima?
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Listen. GETTO. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Smack with Net Hustle. Big shout out to my SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Summaries, the 7 C's and the 3 G's, navigated with ease. Come along, take a ride with me, please. The homies from the 40s tried to get some cheese from Bank of America. And they bless the communities on that high speed, cheese ain't easy. But with no further ado, let's see what them spouty Crips have been up to. They was Baymack all blah, 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 blah.
Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I will detail a notorious bank robbery that the Rollin 40 Crips committed. On September 12, 2012, about 10 a.m., 3 masked men walked into a Bank of America. The first 2 men entered the bank and jumped over the teller's counter. The third man, who was later identified as Foots, stayed in the bank's lobby area. A bank customer named David was in the bank's lobby and saw a gun in Foots' right hand. Foots pointed the gun around and told everyone to get down on the ground. A bank employee named Valerie, who was also in the lobby, saw Foots walking around as if he was holding something and had something bulging on his waistband on the right side. The 2 other robbers were holding bags and ran back and forth between the tellers. One of the robbers was wearing a construction reflection vest, and he approached a teller named Erica. Both Erica and an assistant bank manager named Luis.
Got that throw-off vest. That vest just make you seem like you harmless. I remember we got a DVD, and was it Baby Slim, rest in peace? Or was it Lil Slim? I think it was Baby Slim. We was in the Jordan Downs, and the homie Baby Slim pulled up, jumped out, and he had on a work for safety vest. And he was like, I ain't even got no job, but I got on my work for safety vest for the one-time throw-off. Oh, my mama. When I be moving around with my PPE on my vest, I be feeling like police look right past me. Oh, it's a shame.
Heard the robber tell Erica, give me all your fucking money or I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Luis saw something inside the robber's bag bulging out. In addition to the hand being under it, the something was in shape of a gun. Erica also saw the same thing in the robber's hand inside a bag. The robber took money out of Erica's drawer and also grabbed a tracking device hidden in a strap of $20 bills. Luis could see that both the robbers had something in their bags beside their hands. The second robber, who was wearing dark clothing, approached a teller named Brandon. He grabbed Brandon and pointed something like a gun covered in a black bag at Brandon's face. Brandon tried to head to the vault.
Damn, just when I was about to say this, he said head to the vault. From my understanding, each teller don't keep no more than 3 bands. My nephew in jail for a bank robbery right now. He went before he was 20. He's 30 now. I remember them days. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't go in. But hey, I remember them days. Ching, ching.
To activate the code, but the robber pulled him back to his station and told him to open his cash box. When Brandon said he did not have the key to the cash box, the robber went over to another teller named Heather. The first robber was shouting out, give me the fucking money or I'll shoot you. Heather was frozen, so Luis opened Heather's drawer and both robbers started taking money out the drawer. When the second robber picked up a tracking device, he threw it back in the drawer. Foots, who stayed in the lobby area of the bank, took a cell phone from one of the bank's customers. All 3 robbers then fled together, taking $23,000 in cash. According to David, the bank's customer, the entire robbery took 2 to 3 minutes at the most.
$23,000 ain't even a lot of money for one person, but to split it 3 ways, and when you weigh it against the time they risk, just ain't good math. Just the adrenaline you gotta work up to go in there and get down like that. Sheesh. We have made some poor decisions, y'all. And I feel grateful. Just, I say in life I done made so many shitty decisions. Hard to believe I'm still sitting in such a pretty position. Cheater.
A man named John was in a bank parking lot when he saw several men run out the bank and jump into a black Honda. One man wore a construction vest, and the other wore dark clothing, and the other had a mask on. The man with the vest had a black bag in one hand and a black object in his other hand. As the Honda sped away, John followed in his car. John lost sight of the Honda for a couple seconds, then saw it parked in an alley behind the shopping center, with all the doors open and no one inside. When John returned to the parking lot in front, he saw a black Volvo SUV leaving. He followed it. At a red light, John looked over at the Volvo, and he saw a man named Philip driving. John could not see in the back of the Volvo because the windows were tinted. He believed that the Volvo was involved in a robbery. John returned back to the bank to tell police what he witnessed. Another witness saw several people exit the black Honda and run towards the Volvo. The witness flagged down the sheriff's deputy and gave him the license plate number of the Volvo, which was later broadcasted. The robbers would then go on a high-speed chase. The Los Angeles County Deputy Sheriff's Department eventually caught up with the Volvo traveling southbound on the 14 freeway. The Volvo then headed eastbound on the 210 freeway and stopped on a shoulder near the ramp. A black man who turned out to be a man named TK exited the Volvo's front passenger seat. TK then ran down an embankment. The Volvo then re-entered the freeway at a high rate of speed. It continued eastbound, crossing all lanes in traffic multiple times, then stopped again along the right shoulder of near Herbert Street. Another black male exited the vehicle and ran down another embankment, holding his waistband with his right hand. Police believe the suspect was holding onto something, possibly a gun. The Volvo accelerated back onto the freeway, eventually turning onto the 110 freeway towards LA. The Volvo exited on 2nd Street and traveled through downtown, making numerous traffic violations. The Volvo traveled southbound on Vermont Avenue past Martin Luther King Boulevard. TK and Foots were validated members of the Rollin 40 Crips. Foots is the older brother of Rollin 40 Crip rapper X4, and they decided to ride through their hood, where a large amount of money was thrown out the Volvo's rear passenger window. The Volvo circled a residential area surrounding Budlong Street to the west, 41st Street to the north, and Figueroa Street to the east.
That's hard on my mama on some Robin Hood I remember on a way lower level though, east side of some easty shit. Me and my crew, like me, Big Wino, Tiny D, Baby Jinx. It might be another homie that, Lil Black, at any given time. We used to go on bullshit robberies. We might pass for 200. We might pass for 600, 800. We might pass for 400. But we had like a routine ritual where all the ones we'd push down to 8, and the G homies would be out there. Some other homies would be like Milk, Coop, Don Lee, Dopey, rest in peace. And we'd just throw all the ones out the window. It could be like 15 ones. It could be 60 ones. It could be 100 ones. But the homies just scatter like a pinata bus and celebrate and treat us like we hit a lick like they hit. Oh, blah, 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 blah. East side, selves.
As more money was thrown out the Volvo, crowds gathered screaming, "Throw me the money." Articles of clothing, a large duffel bag, and other unidentified items were thrown from the Volvo. Volvo was forced to stop by a large truck blocking traffic lanes. Philip was removed from the driver's seat, and Foots was removed from the rear passenger seat. This was a 47-minute video of media coverage.
Los Angeles today as police chased bank robbers who were in their SUV, just like the movies. But what made this different was what the suspected perps were throwing out the window, fistfuls of apparently stolen dollars. ABC's Nick Watt.
In that speeding black SUV, 4 guys who just robbed a bank in Santa Clarita. The cops hot on their tail.
For those that don't know, Santa Clarita is out like toward Magic Mountain. They went out where it ain't many of us. They was probably sticking out like a sore thumb. Then I'm thinking they had 23 bands. I wonder what's the most one person scraped up. I wonder.
A chase topping 100 miles per hour. So far, so LA. Then this, bundles of cash thrown from the back seat as the car raced through town. People rushed into the streets to scoop up the money.
They knew they was gaffled. It was a wrap. Instead of giving it back to the system, they like give it to the blacks. That's a fact. I salute that. Oh, my mama.
See people diving out of the street to get that cash.
20 minutes, boxed in by a truck, mired on a crowded street, deputies, guns drawn, suspects in cuffs. The gig was up. And then the crowd surged forward, trying to grab any cash left inside that car. And that crowd, well, it looks like they're on the side of the back.
TK took off running, but he was later apprehended in the backyard of a house. When TK was sitting in the back of the patrol car after his arrest, he said, "I apologize for causing you guys all this trouble. I don't know why there's so many police here. It's not like we hurt anybody." The black Honda used in a robbery was searched and processed for evidence. Items found inside the car included a construction vest, a 5-gallon bucket lined with a trash bag in the back seat, a box of trash bags, and also 2 cell phones. The Volvo was also searched and processed for evidence. Inside the car, they found $298, money wrappers, water bottles, lighters, various pieces of clothing and shoes, and 2 pieces of black nylon fashioned like a mask. The large duffel bag was thrown from the Volvo, also contained clothing and shoes.
They only found $200. That means they got rid of all that cash. That's the only thing that's refreshing about this. The people's to get the money back. The ghetto got 23 bands. That's what's happening.
And a black skull cap. DNA analysis was conducted on 10 items collected in this case. TK and Foots were pinned to having the most DNA on all the items used in the robbery. The driver in this case, Philip, testified on his own behalf. September 12, 2012. Philip said he met a man named Timothy, also known as Red, who he met through a close friend. He said Red asked him if he wanted to make $50 to pick someone up about an hour away. Philip said he agreed, and on the morning of...
Why, man? Why? You was on some legendary Then you had the cold situation.
September 12, 2012, Philip said he drove to 45th Street and Vermont Avenue to meet Red. Philip said he parked his car and drove a Volvo provided by Red. Red said Philip was to pick up Red's cousin in Santa Clarita. About 10 a.m., Philip said he put him to a shopping center and waited for Red's cousin.
It's probably with the end of that era, because it's the same little time frame when my nephew got caught up. Might have been a couple years before this, because he'd been down a little over 10. But similar. He didn't go to Santa Clarita. He went further. They went to San Jose. Similar scenario. With some other niggas lit. They wasn't really savvy. It was young. Him and the other 2 little homies. It's crazy.
After about 10 minutes, a car pulled up next to him, and 3 people with black bags hopped into the back seat of his Volvo. One of the men was Foots. Philip was unaware about the robbery at the Bank of America. One of the men told Philip to get on the freeway and drive. When Philip stopped at a red light, he was told to drive through it. Philip looked back and saw a bag of money and felt that his life was in danger, he said. When police cars began following, Philip said he attempted to pull over, but one of the men said, "Don't stop this motherfucker. I'm about to get out and run." After passing a few more exits, the man told Philip to pull over and told the other man to get out and give him some money. The man ran from the car and Philip was told to keep driving. Out on the 110 freeway, Foots told Philip that he was going to throw the money out of the window. When Philip mentioned that news helicopters were out, Foots replied, "Good," and said he was going to throw the money to create a crowd so that police would not shoot. Philip never saw a gun and was never threatened. Philip told police he wasn't a gang member, but police in the past came with contact.
I was just finna say, man, they not going for none of that. You did all that for nothing. They might cut you a little deal for your cooperation, but you finna sit your ass down too. Oh, mama.
With Philip and some Rollin 40s, but they couldn't pay him to being a gang member from that gang. Philip was acquitted of all charges. Foots received...
Wow. Woo, that's like Cameron Milk Terrell from 9-0, the white boy. That's deep.
33 years in prison for the robbery. And TK, he was sentenced to 45 years and 8 months in prison for the robbery, along with being charged for another bank robbery in 2010. This bank robbery became known as one of the most epic bank robberies.
You know what they did? They must have gave them separate robberies for everybody working in the bank. You don't get that much time for no robbery. They must have considered them separate robberies. The people they asked to move, they probably got a kidnap and all that. Damn.
In all of LA, with all the chaos it caused and money being thrown out the window. But all the years they received, I know it wasn't worth it. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Chunk of my fingers when they take me a flick. 30 or better when we load up clips. My cup get low, this bitch know that I'm lit. Tryna fire out this wood, but can't find my bitch. Chunk her the deuces, I get a new bitch. Michigan logos, that mafia shit. Box, Chevy on foes with the pipes on that bitch. It don't get no better than this. It's that mafia shit. Nah, it don't get no better than this. I'm the truth, nigga, get off my dick. I'm a mafia crib. Michigan logo on the back of the whip. Michigan logo on my flesh, boy, this shit to the death. Don't wanna slide, then I'm straight to the neck. Pass for a bag, then I'm straight to the set. My cup on full, with a gang of my wet. Wanna beef with the set? Bring a gang of your best. From the big to the little, from the babies to the tiny, from the infants to the newborns, with the locs where you find me. From the players to the hustlers, even the non-affiliates. He ain't from the hood, but he was born in it. Blood blue in my veins, I'm born with it. Daddy, uncles, brothers, and cousins, they did it. Since a kid, I grew up seeing Crippin', no cap. Michigan jersey, this a throwback. Ain't gotta holler mafia, they know that. Chunk of my fingers when they take me a flick. 30 or better when we load up clips. My cup get low, this bitch know that I'm lit. Tryna fire out this wood, but can't find my bitch. Chunk her the deuces, I get a new bitch. Michigan logo, that mafia shit. Box, Chevy on foes with the pipes on that bitch. It don't get no better than this. It's that mafia shit. Top off the Remy Martin, I hit my targets. These bitch ass niggas done got me started. A push of a button and I can start it. He ain't take the deal, cuz 40. Spark that pistol the first night I bought it. Chunk of my fingers when they take me a flick. Yeah, that. It's a Chevy SS sounding just like a Hellcat with 2 pipes on it. I said it, I stand on it. Off the back, like I'm from the 40s. What you know about gold trophies? Gold chains and gold rags on me. Only politic with real homies. I know all my big homies. We put the hood on the map, hopping out of scat pack. All blue hat that say Baymax. The motherfucking truth. Why the fuck would I make it up? We be putting belt to ass. Them niggas don't play with us. They hit me up and I'ma holler mafia crip. On the count of 2, take my flick. Yeah, that. Chunk of my fingers when they take me a flick. 30 or better when we load up clips. My cup get low, this bitch know that I'm lit. Tryna fire out this wood, but can't find my bitch. Chunk her the deuces, I get a new bitch. Michigan logos, that mafia shit. Box, Chevy on foes with the pipes on that bitch. It don't get no better than this. It's that mafia shit. Yeah, that. Big M's, that was to be exact. Mafia crib. Holla which one I say all of them. Believe that.
Snake Wood and that Puzzle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch.
Spider Low, Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Blood on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crib.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!
Before you go, though, that video right there on your screen, YouTube said that'll be perfect for you. So go ahead and click it and continue to kick it. right here in the black box. Cheetah